Hello. Hi, YouTube. This is Gary here from what is now Dark Knight Trading. Um, I'm gonna try a new venture here. I got my NinjaTrader vendor approval, so now I'm official NinjaTrader vendor. Some of you may know, if you know me personally, that I've really been getting into trading a lot lately, and people that's been around that might also know me knows I'm a software engineer. So what do you get when you bring trading and a software engineer together is, well, somebody who wants to build tools to help them with their new goals. Um, so there's a lot of tools that exist on the market, a lot of strategies that I've purchased. I've spent a lot of money purchasing strategies and indicators and all of that over the last 12 months trying to learn how to trade. And the thing is, a lot of these tools try to show you what is quote unquote the best trading system out there. And let me just tell you, the best trading system out there is actually something that you can consistently practice and consistently make results from. Um, if you are looking at a system or you're trying a system out and you don't see consistency, or maybe it's an automated, fully automated strategy, right? There's a lot of those out there, and you don't see consistency, then it may not be worth it, right? Or if you're looking at, you know, which I've tried so many of those. I've tried running strategies for months at a time, and I'll see some profit, and all of a sudden the strategy just loses everything that it made. I've manually done that myself. I did that today actually. I spent weeks making profits, and I basically blew all the profits that I made today. Over traded. There was a lot of news today, um, and one of the things that I have a habit of not doing is looking at the economic calendars. So I've made a indicator, something that I've been working on for a little while, and um, I'm actually beta testing it now with an internal group of people. Um, but if um, we look at my chart here, it just looks like any other chart. I've got a playback, but one of the things that you'll notice if I open my indicators up is I have this new indicator. It's one of my indicators by Dark Knight Trading, my first indicator that I will be publishing. And you'll be able to subscribe to it in my Discord. I'll leave the links to everything in the description. It's not quite ready yet. Give me about a week, and it will be released, and people can subscribe to it. I believe the pricing plans, and when I say pricing plans, I plan to release many indicators, many uh, some automated strategies, that kind of stuff. Now, and I do plan to release some fully automated strategies, but I can't guarantee profits at all. All I'm going to try to do is try to build based off of some patterns that I've recognized in the market, um, that sort of things. Um, so this is the first indicator, and what you have here is some settings, right? So what it's doing is that it's actually um, going out and fetching the news calendar for the current week. So if you're looking at like playback, it won't go any further than the Sunday before the current day, sadly. But maybe that's an optimization I can do. I've got to pay for the server that holds the news events. It's not a lot of news events currently, but if I was to like stack that up for a long period of time, that could become heavy and it could become a burden on the server. And if I have, 1,000 people using this, then maybe I can scale that server up. So the idea here is I want to show a border around my chart when a news event is about to occur or has just occurred, right? Um, so news events are all scheduled. We know about them beforehand. So for low impact, I want to know 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after. Medium impact, 10 and 10 before minutes, 15 and 15. You can change the color of the border, and there is a title of the news event that's in the center of the screen up here. I'll actually play the playback so you can actually see it happen. Um, so there'll be a title here. You can change the text color of that title. You'll see why it's white here in just a second. But if you chose a lighter background, you may want to choose a darker title. I can filter the countries that I want to see news from. I went ahead and chose everything by default, but you can uncheck these and save a template. Not a big deal. And then everything else just kind of stays as the same. So one of the a neat little trick, if you use NinjaTrader, um, there's a little name of the indicator up here at the top. If you don't want that to show, or the parameters of the indicator even to show, just make this box blank, the label box. Goes for any indicator that I know of. Make that blank and it will not appear. So you hit apply here and we are ready to go. So I am going to put the market playback here. I'm going to speed it up just a bit so we're not sitting here all night or all day just waiting for some borders to flash across the chart here. So I'm going to play this at like 100x. I may speed it up a little bit depending on, but you can see here there's a low impact news event. It's Australian commodity prices popping up. I know about it. It's not blocking my screen. I can still see my chart, but it's readily available. I can see it as it's happening. I don't have to go look at something else. I'm focused on my chart still. I can trade this all day long. It's not getting in my way. So we got nationwide HPI for Great Britain. Um, we can continue to play that. I chose today specifically because there was quite a bit of news today. And Switzerland retail sales year over year. So all of these are relatively low impact news events. We keep going and we should see quite a bit happening throughout the day here. Um, so this is just the indicator here. So when the indicator spins up or turns on for the first time, it reaches out to Darnite Trading servers, grabs the news calendar, um, and runs it. Once a day after you load it, if you don't refresh the strategy, once a day it will actually update the calendar, just in case there's updates for the future for the week. So this is the indicator. Um, Now I'm playing 100 times real time, so it looks like a lot more news events than what is actually happening. So we have the German finals. So we're going from news event to news event at this point without the border disappearing. So we see it switch between there. Um, so we're seeing a lot of stuff actually happen. And now what happens if a low impact and a high impact news event collide together on the schedule? Well, it will choose the highest impact news event. That's what it's going to show. Um, so that's, and maybe, now if oh, I need to change the default color probably to black on the yellow, but that can be done. So this right here is a medium impact news event. You can't really see the text of it, but so, and then we should see here in a little bit. There was some red folder news that happened today as well. So this is all in the middle of the night last night. This is the Asian session so far, or actually London session at this point. We're seeing news from all around the world as this chart goes. So the next question is, what happens if two low impact news events happen? Well, it just picks one. They're both low impact. Same thing with the high impact. It just picks one at this point. Maybe I should put some way of showing that there's more than one. So right here, maybe we choose. Eventually, this could be an update. Maybe we choose the event of the larger country if it's two different countries, right? So that seems more prominent. And then maybe we also choose to show a little sidebar over here, plus 3 more events and list those. So that way we can actually see exactly what's going on. But at this point, all I wanted to know personally is, was there news? Honestly, I don't care which news event it is, but is there news? And what impact should I expect? Because on this low impact news, I'll trade that all day long. But on a medium or high impact news, I may want to adjust my strategy or just don't trade at all until the news is done, or at least until I see a trend has established and I jump into that trend. So so here we go, another yellow folder. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the strategy here, or the not the strategy, but the um, I'm gonna go to black here. That way we could just see the text. And I'm gonna hit play here. There. Oh, well that didn't work out. That didn't work out. Sorry, my kids are here. They're interrupting me. And let's see here. I'm gonna hit apply here. And let's see if we can get something a little bit more visible. There we go. Europe ECB president. There we go. So maybe I do adjust the defaults on that, but nonetheless, this is what it looks like. And I just want to show red folder events. We've seen yellow and green, um, but I believe that there was red folder right here at 8:30 or maybe 9:30. I know there was some today. Can't remember what time it was. Um, so green. Oh, look, it transitioned straight into yellow. Um, and then now there's a red. Um, so the PMI. Um, so it's cycling through the news, and you see that for the whole day. So I can actually speed this up, and this red. Oh, good. Now we're back to green, and now we don't have any news. Um, green again. So on really big news days, you might see a border on your chart all day long, but on a very choppy day or something that's not causing trend, you may not see a border at all. Um, there's some days that don't have news. Um, there will be another iteration of the strategy eventually, or this keep calling it a strategy. It's just an indicator. Um, there may be another iteration of this indicator eventually that will put kind of an upcoming news events down here on the chart trader, somewhere on the chart trader at least, that will basically say this is the next 3 upcoming news events, or this is what's currently going on, and that sort of thing. That way you can easily see, hey, there's stuff coming up, but it's not imminent. Where the borders right now are showing this is what's imminent. Um, and yeah, um, give me about a week. This thing will be ready to rock and roll. And I believe the subscription, so this will be included in my premium indicators pack. I know I've got a free indicator, quote unquote, pack that doesn't have anything in it yet. Um, remember, I just got approved to be a vendor last week, so I'm still working some things out. Actually, it was yesterday I got approved. So um, I said last week I was working on the process last week, sent a thing into NinjaTrader for their QA, um, and they approved it all today, or yesterday. Um, and so yeah, so what you see here is my first actual indicator. It's going to be part of the indicator bundle. All of my stuff will be a bundle. You won't be able to purchase anything separately or anything like that, but it's a cheap price. This, I believe, is going to be 20 bucks a month, 30 bucks a month. I haven't worked out the full pricing yet, so don't quote me, but it's going to be around that ballpark. And the way that you will subscribe to this is you will go on Discord. You'll join our Discord, and I'll actually show you this. Is you'll go to Discord here, um, and you will, look at our website. You can find the Discord link pretty well, but hit on Server Shop, Server Subscriptions. Right now, I've got the subscription set up like this. There's not any, so I wouldn't worry about these two yet. Give me about a week. The silver plan will actually have its first thing in it. I will probably deactivate these before this goes out. Um, but the silver plan, this will have this indicator in it. Um, there will be a more advanced version, or I may even update this indicator eventually to basically when news happens, we'll put a little text right here next to the candle and point to the candle of which the news event actually came out on. That way, when you're scrolling through your chart, you can easily see where the news happened and what impact that news had on the chart. And if it was red, yellow, um, or green folder news. Um, so that's what we're looking at there. So probably 19, 30 bucks a month, somewhere around there. I haven't finalized pricing yet. Uh, there will be way more indicators coming in the future. This is just my first one. So there's this indicator. I'm looking at possibly building a divergence indicator for like RSI, MACD, that sort of thing. So let's actually go to the Darnite Trading website. So if we go over here to indicators, so there's a DCA entry price indicator that I'm working on. So what that allows me to do, I'm a big fan of DCA cycling. And when you're looking at a chart, um, DCA cycling, so these indicators are not trying to predict the price of the asset. It's just not. It's not possible to 100% accurately predict that, right? So what my indicators are all about is tools to help you use your own strategy. That's what all of my initial indicators are about. So it's not strategy dependent or anything like that. These are just tools to help you become a better trader over time. So news, uh, your actual, when you're cycling through, your actual entry price and where your break even is, that sort of thing. Eventually, we will have some automation. So Karen is a bot that does DCA for you. You just tell it a direction, you tell it when to go into trade, and it will work through that DCA for you. You tell it what your overall profit target per trade is, and so it'll try to work that DCA out for you. News trader, so it's not scheduling, it's not trying to figure out which direction market is going, right? It is particularly looking at, hey, what's the economic calendar, right? Based off of really the same indicator we just looked at, and it's scheduling trades. What it'll do is right above price and right below current price or the previous candle, it will actually put um, limit orders right just seconds before the news event happens. And when the news event takes, it'll put the ATM in place that you select for that particular trade. So what you'll be able to do is um, over on the chart trader, when that strategy comes online, it will basically list out all the news events for the day. You have a checkbox, check, 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 check. You select an ATM over here that you want to use, and just let the strategy go, and it will schedule your trades throughout the day, so you don't have to really pay attention to your chart. Pretty neat. That will be one of the strategies that we release. Um, I'm gonna call that semi-automation still, even though you don't have to be around to see the trades take place. Um, but you are scheduling the trade, so technically you did put in the trade. So that I'll call that semi-automation still. Button grid, it's a grid system, right? That you choose your bias, right? You may come in and say, hey, I want to go long, and it will build a grid if price pulls back. And if you don't know what a grid is, Google it. It'll build a grid. In the direction that you chose, right? So if you say, hey, I think it's going to go up, and it retraces against you, it'll build a grid and have, the take profits of a grid throughout that trade. And once this grid solves, you can either have it auto re-enter on the same direction that you have chosen, or stay out. Pretty neat. That's already built. We're still testing that. And then the full automation suite. So this is Gridmaster, same thing as this button grid. You should probably pay attention to it, but you don't have to choose which direction. All it's going to do is look at an EMA on the chart. It looks at that EMA and trades the opposite direction of that EMA. Now there is another strategy that we're still testing I'm gonna put here, it's gonna be called Trend Grid, that basically does the opposite and tries to stay out of the market when it's choppy. Um, Again, it's grid trading. You might really want to watch it. I cannot guarantee any profits or returns or anything like that. All I'm doing is building tools that I feel is useful, that I can watch, and I may not necessarily need to press the buttons myself. So these are the tools that I have found, in my opinion, has helped me become better at what I do. So that is what we're doing. Um, Again, I can't guarantee any future results, right? Um, but this is what I've been finding helps me, um, especially these news indicators. News borders, this is my first one. News feed will be my second one. That's probably going to be the chart trader. You know, the news feed, what's coming up, what just happened, sort of thing. I don't know if it's going to be on chart trader or if I'm going to put a little box over here on the right side of it. I mean, just a small little box over here. I don't know. Um, and yeah. Um, so, with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the Discord. It's not quite ready yet. Give me, like I said, about a week. I'll post in Discord when it's completely ready. And you guys can subscribe up and yeah. But in the meantime, come over, join our Discord. We'd love to hang out with you. And see what's going on. Um, but without further ado, have a great day. Bye bye. If I can find OBS.